My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Blueprints. We have a couple of new goals that I'm tracking here. One of them is candles in the tomb, makes a bunch of sense, and the next is orienting the secret garden. So this is based on some footage that I went back to have a look at, and it looks like every time that the secret garden changed orientation for the thing on the wall, it was when all of the veins were aligned. So I think in order to get the rogue moon back on the wall, I'm going to need to align all of them. And then when the rogue moon's back on the wall, maybe then the clock tower puzzle will make sense. Because it maps so closely to that weather vane that I feel like it has to be related. I'm still really hoping to get my candles into the tomb, of course, so I've got to make sure that I don't get the outer room until I have some way to force a reroll out there, ideally. Also, pardon me, I'm going to take an additional second here. I poured myself a boiling hot coffee, and I also have my extremely cold fridge water. And I need to put a little of the cold fridge water into the extremely hot coffee in order to form the contraption warm coffee. Or at least not boiling hot. Okay. We got there. Alright. Let's head out in some directions, y'all. Ugh, boy. One terminates. The other two are at maximum fine. Give me the funeral parlor, I guess. I'm not excited about it, and I won't be. Commissary, but it's up against hallway and den. I do like an early commissary, but I, even more than that, like an early hallway or den. I'm going to take den here. I think I'm not going to need that many keys until I'm at least past rank 3. So I'll focus on getting gems early so that I can still get high-value rooms. Okay, bedroom in the corner here, not bad. Indoor nursery as well. Whenever you draft another green room, 2 gems will sprout in this room. I really like the indoor nursery, especially because I've drafted nothing on the wings yet. So that means that the wings are completely open for drafting all of the available greens that I happen to see. Not going to go into that room until it's relevant, though. Oh, I should have drafted out north of the entrance hall. Oops. Treasure trove, and it leads in the treasure trove's a lot of money. No, treasure trove, and it leads in the direction I want to go. Oh, but what if I don't get a north-facing door on the other side? Then I'm actually completely screwed. I think I have to take the hallway. I'm trying to be responsible here, y'all. I don't want to have another sub-20-minute episode. Well, not sub-20-minute episode, sub-20-minute day. The episodes don't get sub-20 minutes. I wouldn't let that happen to either of us. Hallway closet, extra item if drafted to joint to a hallway. Nook for a couple of extra keys. I do like the idea of getting hallway closet early. Pool hall's also really good. Adds a great hall foyer and secret passage into today's draft pool. I would happily take foyer. Yeah, you know what? Gimme pool hall. I'm going to draft out to the north. Gimme foyer. So close. I'll take a tunnel just going straight up. It'll give me my first tunnel, which is nice. I presume that there's actually nothing additional to this room. I will obviously have to go through it at some point, but right now we're off to the pool hall. Oh boy, to collect an absolute bounty. Thank you for the 10 gold. 1? Well, that equals 1. 3 squared is 9. This is something I don't understand. So blue is in 2 different steps here. There's a multiplication between them, which actually doesn't matter, right? So it's 2 times 1... Wait, it's 2 times 1 plus 2. So 4, and then squared? Or is it 2 squared plus 2? After which of the blues does the squaring occur? I think it's the outermost blue. So I'm going to go, here we have 2 times 1 plus 2 squared is 16. Oh no, that can't work. Because then it's trying to subtract 30 from it. And it's not going to be able to do that. Well, boy, that's curious. Does this mean that every blue entrant is squared? So, like, 2 squared is 4 times 1 plus 2 squared is 4 gives us 8. No, it can't be that. Because then, you know, even if I square again, if I don't square again, the number is way too high. If I do square again, I end up with 64. Taking 30 away from that gives us 34, an item that I cannot click on this board. Deeply curious. I don't think I'm stumped, but how? 2 orange, pink is times, and you go from the inside out, but then you do the square? Maybe I have to do the square literally at the very... No, I can't. Well, maybe I have to do the square at the very end. No, because then I end up with a ridiculous number. What on earth is going on here? So our understanding of this puzzle previously is that blue is plus, yellow is minus, pink is times, and purple is divide. And then there's also this central area, which if it is filled with a square specifically, asks us to square the number that you have after your blue steps had completed, or pink steps as the case may have been in another situation. And this is going to have 30 taken away from it at the end. It's also got a multiplier by 1. How can that matter? It needs so much size and it doesn't have time to get it. 2 times 1 plus 2 is 4. Squared is 16. Never mind taking away the... What if I put 14, right? 16 minus 20 minus 10, negative 14. I give you 14 as an answer. Okay, no, we're back to the start. It's a 1. That's 9, because we do the 3-step, plus 3, times itself, gives us 9. I don't understand. 2. Maybe I need to... I can't square it that many times. We have the number 2 down in this corner. Times that by 1. That gives me 2. Then add another 2. That gives you 4. Then square it all, giving us 16. Minus 10 minus 20. Oh boy, I feel like I'm going to have to do this trial and error. I literally cannot see the logic that gets us to overwhelm a negative 30 at the very end. With only a 2, a 1, and a 2 involved. Like, 2 squared becomes 4. Times 1 is still 4. Why is this here? And then let's go back and even say plus another 2 squared, another 4, gives us 8. And then we have negative 30 still. What on... All right. It's 8. My answer is 8. Nope, that's not the answer. All right, we're going to keep working around. We tried 16. We tried 8. It's not going to be 11. I think it's going to be an even number. but I should just continue in an orderly fashion until I have solved this. I am utterly flummoxed. I'm going to have to reverse engineer from the solution what the gosh dang equation was. Yeah, I figured it wasn't going to be 9. I'll tell you, 12 doesn't feel bad. 1, 9, 5. Nope. 1, 9, 20. No, it's not that. 1, 9. Is it 1? Nope. 1, 9. We've done half of the numbers. 18? Nope. 1, 9, 4. No, it's 1, 9, 13. Please don't make me keep going. I can't get much higher. There's 1, 9, 6. Oh, God. There's another one. How the hell was the answer 6? It needed... It was 2? What? So it needed to have been 36 before minus 30. That makes sense. 36 itself is 6 squared. So 2 times 1 plus 2 is 4. And then we square all that, and then we take those numbers away from it. No, that's still not getting there. You're another 20 off. I don't understand how 2 times 1 plus 2 equals 6. Well, let's see if we can finish this one. Maybe the other one just didn't make sense, you know? Four. Do I square in this step? Maybe you square after each step that has blue. So you hit blue, you have 2. Then you square it, you get 4. Then you times that by 1, you add 2. Then you square that, you get 30. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. So you invoke multiple squares each time that that color appears. So 4 squared, 16. Divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. Squared is 9. Minus 8 is 1. We got it. 1 squared is 1. Times 1 is 1. Plus 1 is 2. Squared is 4. Times 5 is 20. Ooh, love a good early security card. Gotta have a quick check behind that bar and a little perusal of the ground, because if there's another key in here, I would hate it to evade me. Chapel or darkroom? I really do need to see the card that I'm drafting out the north side of this bad boy. But I can actually use the hallway closet here and get 3 items, because I already have the foundation drafting out in the appropriate directions for us. Oh my god, and we get a shovel as well as a metal detector? I could join those 2 bad boys together, get a detector shovel. I do like that. I'm going to head back to the early ranks before I proceed through the foundation. Spare bedroom does lead in the direction I need to go. Commissary is items for sale, but I do feel like commissary is common. Like, I don't just feel like commissary is commonplace. I believe it is commonplace. And I'm not likely to be able to continue going up if I terminate my up here. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. No extra items in this room. I do have an ivory die. I'm going to treat those as absolute gold. I'm going to try not to lose one unless I absolutely have to. In this instance, we can happily just take this courtyard. Still don't have a sledgehammer. There's only one dig spot here. Not going to deal with that just yet. Security. 100% security. I get the ability to beef up the... I do wish this was a lot faster. This does take a while. I get the ability to beef up the security level because I already have the keycard for solving them. We've also got a terminating corner down here that I can draft. Kitchen utility closet for the breaker box. So that's good for the dark room. Saving a couple of steps in the gymnasium is really narrow. The real benefit here is that it's got a mechanical sign on it, realistically. Nook for a couple of keys is certainly not bad. A bolder version of me might have re-rolled there to try and get something that's corner specific and very good. But no, this is enough. Lab, it leads out in the right direction. Ugh, dark room. Immediately proving why I might want that. I'm going to take the lab. Leads out in the right direction. We'll get our experimental house feature online. Oh, magnifying glass. Hell yes. I think I even have Realm and Ruin coming into the library. So that would be our final book that we haven't read. Realm and Ruin? Yeah, I think I've ordered Realm and Ruin in the library. That would be our final book that we haven't read in the library, and I would be able to inspect it with the magnifying glass. That'd be useful. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps. Then there's also, for each bedroom you draft after your second, and each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house as a trigger. Add 3 aquariums to today's drop pool, or permanently gain 1 allowance. I think every time I unlock or bypass a security door, permanently add 1 to my allowance is a really good idea here. It's nice meta progression that I can just get online. I have the key card. I already have high security, so as soon as it starts showing me security doors, I just bust all those bad boys open. This seems ideal. Oh no, Archivus. I don't want that, but... Alright. I can't give up seeing all 3 floor plans this early. Way too harsh. Take a gem. I'm gonna back out of this room and that room too, and you better believe I'm backing out of the next one as well. No additional reds drafted yet. Don't want to do that. So I'm going to try and proceed up through this hallway. Ideally, we get something leading north. I don't rely on it, though, because we have the other 2 exits from the foundation. Actually, yeah, chapel in this position is ideal. I'm not going to be moving through this as a thoroughfare consistently. I don't want to draw a passageway here in a position where it's, like, utterly disappointing. Storeroom's certainly fine. I do like those resources. It's just if I can get away without having to generate them, we're far better off. Cloister is asking for just a couple more gems than I have. I will get bedroom. Oh, looks like there's an item in there for me. Sleep mask, hell yeah. 5 additional steps the first time you step into each bedroom. Passageway, pantry, yeah. Well, this will have to be passageway with 2 openings, but honestly, this is not bad. I want to draft another green room before I go back to my nursery, because I would like to be picking up 4 gems. Entry, observatory. Observatory is really powerful now with all the things that I drafted in it. I'm gonna take that. Ooh, bypass the security door. Why don't I? Commissary items for sale. Archives does open in the right directions, but commissary sells items. There's the sledgehammer. There's a lot of items in there that seem like they'll be good for us. Including gems, actually, in there. So I've got to make sure that I don't draft another room until I've had the opportunity to come in here. First off, sledgehammer and running shoes. Those don't get away from me. Set of 4 gems. And I don't know if I buy the rest yet at the moment. I can hold off. I'm going to go into the commissary because I don't know if the other door coming out of there, damn, is a security door. If it was, I could have gotten a another allowance. None of these are Draxus. That's Clavis the key right there. Pizza the slice. That's not a sale, right? Southern Cross, rooms with 4 more doors. Farmer's apple and a pair of chests have been added to the hall. That's just a lot of different benefits at the same time. None of them particularly large, mind, but a lot of them. The other one might not need a key. So I'm going to waste a couple of steps here, going back through the other way. Perfect. This saves us a key. Ooh, the armory, and it leads up in a direction that I want. Great. Do you have... You do. Okay, I need the Knight's Shield so that I still have the ability to draft red rooms that would otherwise kill a run. I'm coming back with the self-igniting torch. We're trying to get as many ivory dye as I possibly can, and then I'm going to try and draft the tomb outside so I can light that candle. Greenhouse. You're more likely to draw green rooms whilst drafting. I do really want that, yes. Also, I get a watering can. Couple dig spots, but I will wait until I have the ability to build my detector shovel before I deal with that. So like here, I can spawn the archives or the weight room with no downside. So weight room opens the south entrance of the antechamber, which is not bad, but the antechamber isn't actually really the be-all end-all for us. Give me archives in a position where it doesn't prevent me from seeing. Ooh, yes, a security door. We love those. I really wanted Cloister there. Electric Eel Aquarium, that's a power source. I believe the archives does take power as well. It does indeed. Power's now flowing through this room, meaning I have another powered exit coming out this side, and obviously another 2 coming out the other sides of the Electric Eel Aquarium. Weight room can also take power. Woof. Weight room is actually like really ideal right now, but unfortunately it is a lot of steps. It'd open up powering a lot of areas. I can't reroll. It's either weight room or I take storeroom, I get some additional resources, and then I go back down to drafting from the foundation first. I have to. All right. I'm sad about it too. I'm not going to go up through the aquarium yet. Oh, don't worry. I will have the opportunity to use all of the watering can. Sadly, I am going to be losing some money as I have to go through the chapel a couple of times. I got a lot of footsteps immediately from the bedrooms I had to walk through as well. Funeral parlor would now spawn 4. That's pretty good. Oh, I also do have a sledgehammer, so I should be popping these, which means I also do need to go to the courtyard. Ideal. Look at those ivory die right there. Car keys. Okay, it's nice to have that before I've already filled the entire left wing. West wing. The empty boxes are both true. The gems are in the black box. This is not an empty box. Okay, so the empty boxes are both true. If this was a lie, it would have things in it. Wait, no, if this was a lie, it's empty. But... And if this is true, it says this is not an empty box, and this says both empty boxes are true. So both blue and black can't be true at the same time. So can... If this was false, it is empty. Blue cannot be true. No matter what blue tries to do, if blue is true, empty boxes are both true. The lie in this doesn't necessarily have to be the empty boxes are both false. It can be the empty boxes are a mix match. Because if this is true, yes. If this is true, this is not an empty box. If it's false, it has something inside it. If it's true, it doesn't. Wait, if it's true, it doesn't? No, if it's true, it does. If it's false, it's full. The empty boxes are both true. If it's false, it's full. Well, hang on. Can this be false and this true? The empty boxes are both true. So assume that's empty and true. This is not an empty box. Assume that's false and full. The gems are in the black box. That can totally be true. The empty boxes are both true. Gems are in the black box, and then both of these are true, and then this is false. And it's got the gems in, which doesn't. Okay, yeah, good. I knew I'd solve that, but I needed to make sure how, because some of those are starting to stump me. I don't want them all to stump me that long. Not for much. No, this was no, stump a little less stumping, please. There goes my watering can one more time. I take 6 more gems. I absolutely have a glut of gems at this point. Way too many gems. When did I get 22? don't remember that happening. I know I collected some. I guess I got a lot of them out of the lockboxes I opened. That would make sense. Okay, I can't see anything that looks like it's relevant to a puzzle in this. Nor here. Okay. No, I do just think that's a very, very standard room. Garage. Library. But the garage is going to be full of items. It will be absolutely chock-off block. A treasure map? Well, that's money. Oh, that's in the archives. Great. Ha 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 ha! Another key was hiding in this room. Love it. Yeah, we'll be headed back that way anyway. I don't want to have to re-roll here, but if I can get a like 4 directional banger, I absolutely will. Lose half your steps. Here's the thing. All I need to do is get food, and this is immediately solved. It also gives me an entrance to the lower side of the antechamber. It also opens in all 4 directions. I don't know what to tell you. I think I probably save more steps by having this access. Oh my god, look at these 2 allowances I get as well. How could you possibly turn that down? Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Also furnace, you're more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. I don't need more gems is the thing at all. Like, that's definitely not what I need. I kind of want to get the furnace because then I have the ability to draft in any of these nearby ones. I'm going to do it. I could possibly draft nearby this furnace a freezer, and if I have to brick my run right now to get a freezer, I will do it. Solarium. You're more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. I don't see myself coming back in this room just to dig, so let's get a few unimpressive pebbles while we're here. Great Hall opens in all of the available directions I could care about. So it looks like the furnace has a range of at least 2 tiles away from itself. I hope that's diagonal as well, so I have 4 different spaces here that could possibly get the freezer. How do I want to proceed about this? Because I do need my items from the armory, but do I need them now? I think not. Okay, so it's the furthest door on the other side as well as this one that have items behind them. 2 keys in that one. I imagine this will be the lever. Yep. Oh, as well as a key. So that's a second exit from the antechamber. I might just open all of the sides of it and use it as a 4-banger when I get to the end of the map. I think it's this one based on the shape of the other corner. I could be wrong. I am not, though. That's unfortunate. Well, Cloister does open in all the directions I care about. Rotunda can Rotata. Cloister, of course, being another green draft, though. So it looks like it definitely doesn't go 2 spaces diagonally. So it looks like these last 2 spaces here are our last 2 chances to get the freezer today. Study! When drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Yes? Also, give me the extra delicious apple. Queen, and it's on D8, and we're doing chess portmanteaus in this room. Queen, date, date, queen, queen related to queen, queen's queen there. This chess, it's related to the late Lady Clara Epson, apparently. How do I tell? I think it's even related to the flight of the queen. I just don't know how to turn that into a goddamn safe code. Especially a safe code that, as I understand, needs to reflect a date. Also, by the way, let me just give you an idea of the backlog of this series, because I didn't want to get spoiled on anything, so I've been recording quite deep in the backlog. This video is being recorded the day that my first completion to Room 46 went live. So that's episode 13 in the series, which I believe was also episode 13, day 14, I believe it was. We're up to 36. So there's like possibly up to 22 days of people seeing me fail at this and going, well, it's so obvious, Raps, but it's not to me. I'm trying. How does Flight of the Queen become a date? I already entered all of the dates related to the Queen running away from Dorinda. All right, let's leave the room. I'm very happy to get the study. You wouldn't be able to tell it by the tone of my voice, but I am. Actually quite cheesed about it. I can get a bunch of money over the other side. I just need footsteps. That's the real thing I need right now. So I'm just going to draft my adjacencies out of here. Footstep forward. Focused on the steps. Oh, this is near enough to be a furnace room. Okay. I feel quite compelled here to redraw with my deep pockets of gems right now to see if I can get the iceberg. Vault's not bad, and there is a sanctum key in there, and it has a bunch of money for us. And dining room fixes all of our food problems immediately. I really want to thaw the furnace, but I think this run is better used for other things right now. Oh, wow! It even spreads up here! Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Not bad. I do feel like I should roll here now, because if this is the iceberg, holy hell. Showroom luxury items for sale. I'm going to get some money this run. I don't think I'm going to get enough money to really care about the showroom, though. Treasure Trove is good. Drafting Studio is also really important for me to get. I'm gonna reroll like a couple more times, but oh my god, I feel really, really bad doing this. I'm rolling past good options. I am rolling past good options right now. Do it one more time. And then one more time until you get one that you want to draft. Alright, Vault. I don't need the money from Vault. Realistically, Vault is here so that if I get a safe deposit key, I can put it in the Vault. And honestly, I think that's actually a good enough reason. Also, dinner just got served behind me. Couple additional coins in there. Wait, is it the furnace for this? Oh, no, it's plus 10 for an aquarium, which I do have. So I will take my 30 additional steps, fully justifying what we did, what with the whole weight room of it all. Cloister has 2 other directions I can draft from, but much more important than that first is for me to go... Yeah, I do need to get over... Oh boy, it's going to be a lot of footsteps we're using here. But it's fine, it's fine. We already know it's fine. I made sure to eat. It is really important that I go and get... Oh, I screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, this path terminates. Oops. Oops. I was just doing that for fun. I was taking the scenic route. I really like this house. I want to see more of it. Damn. Wee little bit of money loss there. Give me candle. Give me morning star. Treasure map is in the archives. Do I need the money from the archives enough to go up to the archives right now? Is a good question that I immediately fulfilled with, yeah, I think I do. Can I refill the... What? Oh no, that's a digging symbol. It says that you can refill at faucets. Where's a faucet? Really feels like there should be one here. This is a dripping wet room. Although I suppose maybe... No, this room has full water supplied to it, I think, at the moment. Oh, treasure map. This looks like the spot. Time to start digging. Now, we do know this doesn't have to just be money. We saw money and gems last time. I would like to see items, but I don't know if that's the case. Also in the last episode... Oh, it's just gems. 8 gems, hell yeah. That's a lot of... That is a lot of rerolls for us. That's a lot of control over the drafting of our house. That said... The next thing that I need to worry about drafting in this house is 100% the outside. I got a lot of rerolls for it. I think we're perfectly set up to get the tomb, and then I'm going to light those candles in the tomb, and then... I don't know what and then. I'm going to be pretty happy about it, though. I'm hoping that there is a statue of Draxus, it looks to be the Angel of Death. What I am proposing might be the 8th angel, referred to in the notes on the deconstructed map that we found. The 8th angel points to our dreams. No, those aren't quite correct. And yet again, Tomb. Got it. First off, we'll light these two. This is not the end. There are another 2 elsewhere. Oh, upgrade disc and 4 reroll die. I'm certainly not against it. But I really hope the other one has something that expands into a secret. Nope, none of those lightable. Here we are. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay, we'll go back to those in just a second. Lady Epson's diary key. So this will be the tomb of Lady Epson. I presumed that to be the case, but... this is interesting. Ovel Jairis. Uledao uledanai uledmora. Uro leldgift eldhem oris. Nedao uladerael. Nedao elda ein. Ashebid Huid eldor. Ulodris. Hugh Sinclair to Hugh Senlu. Forget Uldine in. Yor Yari Uldare Ovis Fenvo. Uldai Yororo Ovaraya Oris Neverai. So I recognize Oris Neverai. That was the sign-off that Sinclair gave to his final note to us. That's the note for our inheritance. However, it is also written on the floor of the sanctum. Lordia Eldaris Uldiora. Deeply compelling. I don't know how to translate this one just yet. Some of these words appear to be in English. In particular, I would like to draw your attention to forget. Forget Uldine in. Ulyo yire uldarai oris fenvo. Uldine yororo o veraya oris neverai. There's also Sinclairs here. Hugh Sinclair Lu, Hugh Epson Lu. Hugh Sinclair Lu, Hugh Epson Lu. So that's describing a relationship. Forget Uldine in. What's Ulodris? Ulodris. Because that's directly after a colon. So one would imagine that's a summation of a sentence. Like, we're returning to the capital. Ulodris. Or something like that. All right. And there's a Morajai box here with the rules not labeled. I will tell you, I know that the Eurasian symbol is purple. Let's figure out the rules of these. So clicking these purples does nothing. Clicking the pink rotates everything around it. And the grays do nothing. Ah, but the pinks descend. Got it. Hmm. Oh. I see. Although once the pink is at the top, I can't really do too much about that. But that's okay. I don't need to. Wait, how do I get them both on the top side? Oh, there it is. Just an allowance token, but I've already raised my allowance by 4 in this run. There's no way I'm coming back down here just to dig that single spot, so I'm going to get this rather dirty old coin before we leave. I'm also going to inspect these walls for breakability. They don't seem to be especially breakable. It's almost impossible. It would have to... As far as I understand, the spawning condition for... Actually, I even wrote it down. Let me check the spawning condition. I believe it has to be on the west wing, and it has to be facing south in order to be drafted as her ladyship's bedroom. Just gonna absolutely confirm that before I move onwards. Yeah, west wing only, and it has to be from a south-facing door, which literally we have no long... Like, I would have to be up at rank 10... the first entrance of rank 10 in order to have a south-facing door. That's not happening this run. But this section of the tomb will be open every time I drop tomb down. Now, I did have some other candles in this area that I wanted to just quickly check on. I don't expect these ones to ignite. It's these ones up here. Yeah. Okay. Nope. While I'm here, do feel like I should come down here and make sure there's nothing ignoble. There's only the ignoble down here. So this is also the 8th angel. This is the only statue of the 8th angel that I can otherwise see. It says the 8th angel points to our dreams. So if you're pointing to our dreams, you're pointing up there, don't understand. Do not understand how that is pointing to our dreams. If you're pointing where the scythe is, you're pointing out through here, this is a blank wall. Don't understand how that's anything. If it's after I toggle your hands... Maybe? But the thing is, in order to have all of the segments of the map, you would already have to have gone in there, I think. So it can't be... Also, it can't just be telling you to orient that arm differently. Now you're pointing in the right direction? I don't know. And... Oh! The angel points to our dreams. It's in that rock in the reservoir. Is that it? I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So the other two parts of this map combined have the text up in the corner. The 8th angel points to our dreams. And you with that descended are now pointing directly to this part of the reservoir. Do I need to drain the reservoir now? Because I certainly can't just sail there. Incredibly curious. I am so glad that we managed to complete that this run. I'm frankly not especially concerned if we get that much more done in this run. This is already a lot. A broken lever. Well, thank you kindly. Is that greenhouse an entrance for the antechamber? The unopened side of our antechamber? The only remaining unopened side of our antechamber? Mind? Alright. That looks like all the burnables down here. I'm so glad to have done it. And I also do think I now know what the 8th angel points to our dreams. I do think its arm descending there is relevant. But I don't know what it could be possibly pointing to. That's the next query for us. I don't think there is a single way that I spend all of my money here, so flip that bad boy in there. I know the metal detector is going to go off because there's a bunch of coins nearby, but none of those missing. Good. So I would love to head up into the electric aquarium. I'd like my maps to join back up at the end, but I'm also not that fussed about it. I'm gonna buy out the remainder of the gems, because there's very little other use for my money right now. Wish I could do something with this. No, I already have the south entrance from the weight room, so that would be bad. Do I do these digs? I want to do these digs. The old coins. A rather dirty old coin. Oh, oversized turnip. You love to see those. Darkroom powered out in all directions. Patio spreading gems to each green room. Definitely not needed. Office. Opportunity to earn and spread money, and also to be taunted by the safe that I can't solve in there again! I explained that I was struggling with very specifically the safe in the office and the study to my roommate who's been playing the game, and he laughed at me. Are there 22 episodes worth of people laughing at me as I just puzzle over it constantly? It's okay. I've solved other things. I know, but still, you know? Patio does point out in the right direction, but I can be especially picky right now because of all of the redraws I have access to, so I should use some of them and maybe try and get something worth a damn. Walk-in closet. That's a lot of items. I'm gonna take it because, dang. A lot of the time when I've gotten the walk-in closet, I found a safe deposit key in there, and I was really hoping that I would find, you know, an item in there. What the? This is close enough to the furnace? It's giving me the heat symbol. The electric eel aquarium has enough power to make this happen? Like, vestibule or rotunda are both incredible drafts here, but there's also a world where I should, you know... I'm not gonna do it. Where I should continue rolling until I find a... the freezer. Why is it now showing me heat after the reroll? I reroll once and then it's like, you're next to the furnace now. Out of the fire into the furnace, buddy. I do not understand. I simply do not understand. Clock tower. Do I have any other time ones in here? The answer appears to be no. I could get more in the future. Give me a clock tower. I'm still very curious about this puzzle. Southward, I see a swan. Ashen, like sands of the shore, carried by the westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward, I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. You see, this clock is still locked on 1:30. Maybe it's the other 1:30 I have to be here for? Maybe I have to draft this room in the right orientation? There's definitely a sanctum key in this room, I'll tell you that much. We have been told by the game that there is a sanctum key high up with the clocks. Like, this is it's absolutely here. But where? But where? So I can look out these windows and I can see stuff. That's the mountain that way. Back this way is the Rogue Moon. So Rogue Moon to the north. And then Rogue like the moon of the north. South, you see a swan. You see a swan in this direction? Maybe this isn't even related, though. Maybe this is related to the solution for the secret garden, and then the secret garden relays it back up here. Looks like that confirms, like, if Poetic is the... If we can assume that that's a Raja because it's Poetic, then we also know the color of a Raja, but I also already knew the color of a Raja, so... Not really new information, unfortunately. Alright. If nothing else, I've gotten myself a key for tomorrow. We can hit this button twice and have 2 new rooms to draft. Alright. To pause there for a second. Rotunda. Yes, Rotunda at the top is what we're doing. Why is it showing me that these rooms... Why? Curious. Deeply, deeply curious. I'm not gonna... give me a redraw. What happens if they do give me what I want as well? Do I have to take it? Trophy room, and it heads out in the wrong direction. Drawing room, and I can redraw from it. This is nothing. But these are Gates. There is Count Isaac Gates. We know he's a guy. What if I just counted the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. I don't think 40 is going to be the safe code, but I thought other things would be, and they weren't, so whatever. Yeah, no, 40 is not a date. It's not going to do it for us. I mean, conservatory is a really good hall to get some permanent benefit. Quite unfortunately, weight room rare. I don't want weight room rare. It does have a lever in it. Make it unusual, not rare. Tunnel is standard. Maybe that's good. Maybe I don't use tunnel enough. I'm gonna make the library commonplace so that I have the ability to not only get into it this run, ideally. I don't know if it's active from this run or the next run. But also, wait, what are you gonna do? You can't give me the key. Oh, literally just an empty pedestal. Got it. I checked the basement key into the code check to see what would happen. I was hoping that it was gonna have to spawn a replacement. Why is everything hot? Is it just having the self-igniting torch, or am I just having a visual glitch here? Drafting studio, absolutely. Permanently select a new floor plan for the estate. It's just too important. You have to take it. Yep. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions, it can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. The fact that there was a kennel had been spoiled for me. But it was very spoiled for me in the way of like, oh, have you been to the kennel yet? And then me realizing I've never even seen one. So it has to be available for pickup in a room like this. Thank heck we finally got it. Alright. Vestibule, ballroom, gymnasium. I mean, I don't really need to join the other ones at the moment. Redraw. Ooh, an attic. I'm going to take the attic again. I'm forcing a bunch of item spawns here, hoping that I can get a lockbox key. Oh, there we are. Safe deposit key for the vault. Oh, secret garden key. There's no room to use that, unfortunately. It's entirely possible that door is locked. And if it is, secret garden key will be our way in. Right. 3 more rooms to draft, 1 more vault to open. Granted, it does look like I'm going to use a decent amount of stibbity steps to get back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, get a couple of those steps back for free. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I have enough steps to spore to. Actually, I can go outside and do it. Because of the running shoes. This is just about getting to a grotto so that I can pop my. The grotto here. A computer, however. So that I can pop the upgrade. Give me the candles immediately and then let me upgrade them immediately. Boudoir. We could give it a gem, we could give it 2 ivory dye, or we could give it 3 apples. I'm 100% going 2 ivory dye. I don't have enough control over rerolls a lot of the time. Like in this run, I just happened to be able to get a stupid amount of rerolls, a stupid amount of gems, and the study. I usually have almost no control over what rooms I'm offered. Having very slightly more will be deeply impactful. All right. Happily take another 6 gems with me up. Got to hit the vault. Don't have the ability to use the library key. If I could check the library key and the code check, honestly, that would be incredible for us. So if I can spawn code check, I'll terminate my path there happily. I also haven't been in room 46 since the second time I went in there and found the crown, so I don't know if the crown is still in there. I don't know if, like, something else happens. I need to go there 2 times in a row and nothing happens between them for me to be able to rely on it, I feel. So it's that big rock. They say our dreams, that big rock. We go hit this switch. Well, you know what's going to be really awkward? And actually, now that I say it out loud, I'm certain it'll happen. The safe deposit box is going to give me a sanctum key, forcing me to come all the way back down here. Alas. Whatever happens will happen. What is it? Whatever happens will happen, whether I'm happy or sad. Whatever happens will happen, whether you're happy or glad. And there's a reason the season is something. I can't remember it. It's a very old Neil Cicierega song. Oh, there's a reason I'm freezing at 80 degrees in a summery season. I'm totally mad. That's the line. That would have unsettled me all day if I didn't remember it. All right. Does the furnace pump heat throughout the whole house? It's not just an area of effect around the furnace? Maybe that's the case. I have like 129 or something like that. What was it? 149. Literally right next to it. There we go. Allowance token. Oh, another passport. Hopefully it's a different nation. No, it is not. It's a Fen-Arisian passport. Interesting. Samantha Hayes. ID, and it's down 2 lines. Okay, so I have a suspicion. Swan. My suspicion is that this is another one of those things lining up with our castle puzzle. That is the random squares of letters that we've been starting to find. I think I should actually track this before I move on. I believe that to be the letter D. Wait, where am I recording this? 1 second. It's not there, not there, not there. Where am I recording this? I know I started to record it, so it's somewhere. Oh, there it is. So we have CI, and this would say D. CID, add 6 Tor LOE. Couldn't tell you anything past that. It's okay. Making absolutely certain I took photos of that. I do wonder. Sama H, will you have another entry outside for us to read? Maybe in the grotto? I'm losing faith in getting a better reason to dig. I'll just dig all those up. Oh my god, another allowance as well! What a bounteous day! Ah, god damn it. I have to terminate my run here if I want to be able to take that coat check, but I do want to be able to take that coat check. It gives me the ability to check Her Majesty's key. I'm not doing it. Give me the pool. So, why am I not doing it? Number 1, pool has 2 items in here. Pop, pop. I want to be able to open 2 more doors in case it continues to increase our allowance again. That'd be nice. I might be able to spawn the secret garden on the far wall. I might be able to find additional things that solve additional puzzles for us. But also, this pool gives us the pump room, so I might even be able to drain the reservoir again. Which, I need to do that. Darksmith. The dark room locksmith and lavatory. Free draw. Trophy room, treasure trove, and pump room. There we go. And pump room and leads into the corner as well. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to fill the pool back up. God Filling the kitchen. No, I need to drain the reservoir into this tank. Wait, that's not the reservoir tank. This is the reservoir tank. There we go. Oh my god, and there's another allowance. Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with drafting this now. I think I should spend all of the rest of my rerolls here looking to see if I can get the iceberg. Office, pantry, locksmith. Treasure trove, mailroom. Mailroom would be good with the clock tower mailroom. But I'm spending all of my rerolls to see. Oh my god! Freezer freezes our accounts! It looks like the temperature in... Oh, wait. Are you kidding me? I literally just could have come here with a flame. God damn it. At any point? Prism key. Thor only in the event of my death. Oh, and... Snowy... Core something. Core. That's the name of this realm.
Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should provide quite the safe box, as all the staff have for many years respected my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favorite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also, for the last 20 years, stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is, in fact, a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Have you ever heard of the Children of Blackwater? I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I've always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death, for I, too, cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded, and have, occasionally from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you, even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the Crown involved. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs, a lesson that I learned recently, again, when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I have placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate, and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in every room in the house. This message is key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendre.
Interesting.
One final word of guidance. The safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate, so I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters. Herbert S. Sinclair.
And that's the grid that I've already solved that grid. But I haven't solved its multiple interpretations and meanings. I have started to figure that count might mean count and also count. Another upgrade disc. Hell yeah. But I hadn't gone much further than that yet. Nothing else doing in here. I honestly didn't think we were going to be able to force this to happen this run. Also, I need to drain out the rest of the reservoir. Got it. So we need to fill up the pool. The pool will only drain from 6, which is only from this one. So... back to the reservoir and then back to the pool constantly. And then I get to save 17 gems and 57 coins for tomorrow. Gotta say, it's working out pretty well. And then the final switch that I have to hit. Perfect. The reservoir is now empty. Yeah. I'm going to very quickly head down to have a look at the foundation to see if the 8th angel points to an 8th dream that I should have a look at right now. Then I have an upgrade disc to spend. It would be like right here. I mean, that's where a sanctum key was, so I hope it's not that it was pointing to. Pink boxes do not contain any prizes. Just tracking those. Yeah, I think it was just pointing to a sanctum key, unfortunately. More than 2 boxes contain prizes, and that is false. I already know that's false. Sanctum keys in a white box, and that's a lie. I'll bump into 2 more. Sanctum keys in a blue box, and that's a lie. Allowance circuits marked by that, that's a lie. Only 1 box in the reservoir has a prize, and that's got to be a lie as well, because I've already gotten 2 prizes. Well, the closest I can think is that this notch is pointing to here, and that I need to break this down with a sledgehammer that I don't have access to at the moment. That's the closest that I can possibly reckon to the angel points to our dreams. Damn. All right, back up for the upgrade. Okay, I'm unpausing now about, let's say, an hour and a half, 2 hours later than it was previously. So I'm just going to make absolutely certain that I've got all of my ducks in a row here. And that is that we have this upgrade disc to turn in, and we need to get to the antechamber in order to check out room 46 one more time. That's what I was going to do, I believe. I've already frozen all of my accounts, which turned out very well for us. If we count small gates, 8 dates... Wait, no. If we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. If we count small gates? I'm going to try and think about the additional meanings that could be in that puzzle, that 44-word puzzle, as we head into the next episode. For the moment, I'm just going to turn in my disc and then cruise on out of here. I do want to see what the lavatory upgrades are going to be. Cloister. Hello, friend. Raise your luck. Oh. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay. The Cloister of Rinna. Raise your luck with each green room you draft from this cloister. There's also the Cloister of Joya, which that is actually the final angel name I don't have, is Joya. Thank you kindly. Is Draxus an angel? I feel like it has to be. Joya is our pizza peel. Joya. There we go. Okay. I also do think I probably want Joya here, so we'll read the other ones first. Cloister of Rinna. Raise your luck from each green room you draft from this cloister. Cloister of Draxus. Gain 4 ivory die for each dead end room that you will draft from this cloister. So you will get dead ends surrounding it. I'm not super keen for that one. Cloister of Joya. Permanently add an extra 5 steps to the main course for each kitchen, pantry, or furnace you draft from this cloister. So it's not going to trigger commonly, but it is permanent. An extra 5 steps to the main course for each kitchen, pantry, furnace you draft from this cloister. So I have... like, honestly, if I trigger that twice, it's already plus 10 to the main course every single run. That's 50% more. And that's only if I do it 2 times. I think I'm going to do it more than 2 times. Although I will say, it is worth noting, I don't think I'm going to be locked out of anything here, because that's not really the way this game has designed things so far. But I will say that Robert Nogula, the new groundskeeper, wanted Arinda replaced with Rinna in the scepter. Sorry, in the cloister, rather. However, I will be taking Joya. Then... it is still out of here. 1, 2, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that I do have the footsteps to get back up there. I counted it out previously. Oh, with these 2 additional steps that I didn't even count, I'm absolutely certain. Rotunda Rotata. And And only got to do that twice until I can get into room 46, where I'm going to end the run. There will be more money in the tomb right now. However, I can't pick up the money. My money is frozen. If we count small gates. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just the smallest of the pictures, but it can't just be the smallest of the pictures, right? And then you count the number? No. Frankly, I refuse to believe that that is the case. Because you have to figure out exactly what the smallest size of picture is and then count. Like, is this the same size as this one over in the corner? Maybe. In which case, there are 5. Is the answer 5? Well, I'll be honest, I didn't think so. Okay. Oh! Sigils are here too. Good to see. Rogue Moon to the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You easily could have hidden something on that clock face. You didn't, though. I appreciate it. So we now know that this also tracks the movements of Herbert about the place. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like anything is different in here. We get the Crown of Blueprints again, and then we're going to end the run, and then we're not going to have the Crown of Blueprints anymore. That's a-okay. Because, honestly, we did an insane amount of things in this run. I can only be pleased with it. The Garden Chateau of the Dead. 14 dead end rooms. I wasn't even trying to draft dead end rooms. 14 dead ends, eh? Interesting. That's only 6 away from the challenge as well. 45 total rooms, 10 ranks reached, 159 steps taken, 25 items found, and 1 singular new room, which is that? It's the tunnel. It's absolutely uninspiring in every way and shape and form. Nothing particularly interesting in there, but we did get to do so much other work this run. I'm going to happily hit exit, save, and continue this button here and tell you that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. Top left is a series playlist from my content on the game past, present, future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully to see you all next time.